Scribe. MTL World at Middle World 1 YouTube channel. Star 2. Origin Continent. Volume 8. The Battle of Yulan City. Chapter 317 Commander of Xuntian Hall. 12th of Volume 8. Luo Feng did not conceal the truth and transmitted a breakthrough in one of my observation secret techniques. It allows me to perceive the souls of practitioners and determine whether the souls of practitioners are being controlled or not. You can tell just at a glance. Lord Yuanxiang was both shocked and delighted. The infiltration of lower-level Xuanhuan lifeforms into cities is a major challenge faced by all 35 cities of the Zhuhe Holy Realm. Most cities have no means of detecting them and can only rely on time and space clues and deduce the secrets to confirm their presence. If practitioners are outside without the concealment of formations, I can detect over 90% of them. However, if they are concealed by powerful secret techniques or formidable treasures, I will need to inspect them up close, one-on-one. And if practitioners hides inside their cave dwelling, shielded by its protective formation, I won't be able to see through it. Luo Feng responded. His bionic eye of destruction is, after all, merely an imitation of a secret technique, and its observational capabilities still has many limitations. Even so, this ability is already incredible. The Lord of Yuanxiang Hall was overjoyed. Even in the dark holy realm, only a handful of powerful beings can discern at a glance whether a soul is controlled or not. Even at my peak, I never had such an ability. Across the entire Nine Rivers Holy Realm, there might only be one or two individuals capable of matching this level of perception. The Lord of Yuanxiang Hall was very happy. With you here, Yulan City will be much safer from now on. With such a powerful figure stationed in the city, the infiltration attempts by low-level Xuanhuan lifeforms would become significantly more difficult. These creatures had to act quickly once they infiltrated. The longer they remained hidden, the higher the risk of being discovered. Luo Feng, I hope you can help me to conduct a thorough investigation of the entire city, the Lord of the Yuanxiang Hall said. Let's first start with the outer areas. Once that's done, I will announce the plan to the entire city. We will systematically shut down citywide formations in stages, allowing you to inspect the residents batch by batch. Since cave dwellings are rented from the city, Yulan City naturally has administrative control over their protective formations. However, if a practitioner had set up their own defensive formations, the city could not deactivate them. Those practitioners would have to deactivate them manually. By systematically disabling formations in batches, the city could ensure a thorough investigation and screening. Given the circumstances, no one in the city would dare to oppose the order. I am certain there are low-level Xuanhuan lifeforms hiding within the city, but so far, we've only been able to find traces of a few, Lord Yuanxiang said, his tone heavy with concern. A full-scale inspection will make the city much safer. Luo Feng's voice was calm yet firm as he transmitted, if I am to be responsible for a city-wide screening, I might require the title of Commander of the Xuntian Palace. Commander of the Xuntian Palace. The Yuanxiang Palace Master hesitated. The Xuntian Palace served as the headquarters for all citywide patrol and guard forces. The position of commander is the highest-ranking officer, assisted by 2 deputy commanders. Currently, the sole official commander is the master of the 10,000 Shadows Pavilion. He is personally overseeing the screening process, examining tens of thousands of captured practitioners to determine if they have been possessed or not. The owner of the 10,000 Shadows Pavilion has extraordinary mental abilities. He is capable of detecting possession in one-on-one encounters. The Xuntian Palace commander is primarily responsible for screening infiltrators and purging hidden threats from the city, Luo Feng conveyed. Since you asked me to take on this responsibility and it's something that I may need to continue doing this in the future, there should naturally be a corresponding position to formalize this authority. The Lord of the Yuanxiang Hall also understood. Asking Luo Feng to inspect the city is obviously not a one-time task but an ongoing duty requiring continuous monitoring. Very well, he transmitted his approval. From this moment, you are the new commander of the Xuntian Palace. You may now go and take over the position from the owner of the 10,000 Shadows Pavilion. Luo Feng nodded slightly. Each time a low-level Xuanhuan life form is discovered lurking around the city, they would arrest thousands, sometimes even tens of thousands of practitioners for screening. This cycle of mass arrests had become normal within Yulan City. Although those proven innocent were eventually released, they were often stripped of their wealth and treasures, leaving them completely drained. This systematic exploitation was even more ruthless than the plundering operations of the 3 major plundering factions. Lord Wei Yong is truly not worthy of managing Yulan City. At present, Luo Feng and Palace Master Wei Yong are evenly matched in strength. However, once Luo Feng's Tao of life and death breakthroughs to a higher level, he would surpass the entire city and hold absolute dominance within the Yulan city. At that time, it will be much easier for Luo Feng to do things. Phew. Luo Feng turned around and flew toward the Xuntian Palace, the core area of Yulan city. Meanwhile, the lord of the Yuanxiang Hall sat inside his cave dwelling, his breath slightly weak. Wei Yang. Gai Dao. The lord of the Yuanxiang Hall directly contacted his two companions. Call. Call. Two spectral projections appeared beside him, Palace Master Wei Yang and Palace Master Gai Dao. Brother Yuanxiang. Lord Wei Yang greeted with a polite smile. At his peak, Lord Yuanxiang had mastered 2.5 levels of the Hunyuan realm, making him a powerful figure in the Dark Holy Realm. His vast network of allies included powerful individuals of the same tier. As long as the lord of the Yuanxiang Hall remained alive, even the lord of the Wei Yang Hall had to show him respect. Why did brother Yuanxiang call for us so suddenly? Palace Master Gai Dao asked. I have decided to appoint Luo Feng as the chief commander of the Xuntian Palace. The lord of the Yuanxiang Hall declared. Oh. Palace Master Gai Dao smiled slightly. I've heard of him recently. A formidable practitioner named Luo Feng has emerged in our Yulan city. No. Lord Wei Yang immediately objected. The chief commander of Xuntian Palace holds immense power and directly impacts the city's security. Screening practitioners for possession is a highly delicate task. Wang Ying has been handling it quite well. But Luo Feng can do it even better. The lord of the Yuanxiang Hall countered. Just today, he caught 15 heart-bewitching worm clones in succession. He possesses a secret technique, just one glance from afar, and he can determine whether a practitioner is possessed or not. Impossible. Both Lord Wei Yang and Lord Gai Dao were taken aback. A secret technique that powerful. If he truly has such a method, he could scan the entire city in less than a day. Lord Wei Yang frowned. Why bother making him the chief commander of Xuntian Palace? The lord of the Yuanxiang Hall laughed and said, because he only had one request. If he's going to work hard, he wants the official title of chief commander of Xuntian Palace. Too greedy. Lord Wei Yang seethed with anger. Yulan city frequently uncovered infiltrators, and the wealth accumulated from repeated screenings was enormous. Though owner of the 10,000 Shadows Pavilion was responsible for the process, the largest share of the profits went directly to Palace Master Wei Yang. With Luo Feng taking this position, Palace Master Wei Yang would lose a steady stream of income. Just because he claims to be skilled in observation, does that mean he truly is? Lord Wei Yang retorted. Catching just 15 heart-bewitching worm clones could have been due to some special circumstances. The safety of Yulan city comes first. Lord Yuanxiang declared. Since his observation and screening abilities are superior, so we will let him take the chief commander's position for now. If he proves incompetent, we can always remove him from this position later. I have no objections, said Lord Gai Dao. Then it's settled, Lord Yuanxiang concluded. Lord Wei Yang had no choice but to accept it. Although the lord of the Yuanxiang Hall doesn't fight for power and profit, he still held the highest authority as city's founder. If he made a decision, even the Wei Yang Palace Master could not overturn it. The lord of the Wei Yang Hall sat in a quiet room with a grim expression. He had long anticipated that Luo Feng might pose a threat, perhaps even rise to become the fourth palace master in the future. But this threat had arrived far too quickly. Luo Feng had been in the Yulan city for only more than 1,500 epochs, yet he has already seized the position of chief commander of the Xuntian Palace. This made Wei Yang Palace Master extremely displeased. Most of the elders merely held honorary positions, each managing their own defensive sectors and receiving fixed incomes, nothing more. However, the chief commander position of Xuntian Palace is a true seat of immense power and wealth. Previously, the Yuanxiang Palace Master abstained from taking it, allowing it to fall into Wei Yang Palace Master's faction. Wang Ying. Palace Master Wei Yang immediately transmitted a message. Palace Master. A middle-aged man's phantom figure appeared beside him. Your position as commander of Xuntian Palace has been taken away. Wei Yang Palace Master stated. What? Wang Ying Pavilion Master was shocked. This position generated an enormous income. Those who were thrown into Xuntian Palace barely made it out alive unless they were squeezed dry first. It was decided by the Yuanxiang Palace Master. I had no way to stop it. Wei Yang Palace Master shook his head. Who's the new commander? Wang Ying Pavilion Master pressed. The one called Luo Feng. Palace Master Wei Yang said. It's him. Wang Ying Pavilion Master frowned. I already knew he wasn't an ordinary individual when he overshadowed Insect Nest Lord. But I never expected he'd make his move so swiftly, taking my position in one fell swoop. Palace Master, are we just going to let him take it? The Yuanxiang Palace Master won't be swayed, Wei Yang Palace Master said. Invite Luo Feng to my domain. I will meet with him personally. If he willingly relinquishes the position, even the Yuanxiang Palace Master will have no objections. Understood. Wanying Pavilion Master nodded. Neither Weiyang Palace Master nor Wanying Pavilion Master was willing to let go of such a lucrative position which provides such a huge and continuous income. Yulan City, the core of Xuntian Palace. This is the barracks for a large number of patrol teams and guards, and it is also the prison where the prisoners are held. One patrol squad after another escorted batches of practitioners into Xuntian Palace. These are individuals suspected of having connections to infiltrators. Helpless and resigned, the practitioners had no choice but to accept their misfortune. Those who entered Xuntian Palace rarely came out unscathed if they even survived at all. Inside, these detainees were separated and imprisoned, their fates uncertain. At this moment, Luo Feng arrived at Xuntian Palace. Brother Luo Feng, a middle-aged man, leading a group of subordinates, approached with a smile. This was none other than Wanying Pavilion Master's most frequently used projection. Wanying. Luo Feng looked at him coldly. He despised people like Wanying scum among practitioners. If it were up to him, he would have wiped them all out. I have received orders to officially hand over the position to you. Wanying Pavilion Master, sensing Luo Feng's hostility, remained unfazed and simply smiled. This position carries great responsibilities. I trust you will devote yourself wholeheartedly. I understand, Luo Feng replied. There's another important matter. Wanying Pavilion Master continued, Weiyang Palace Master has instructed me to personally invite you to his domain for a discussion. Why don't we go now? Luo Feng's eyes flickered. As expected, Weiyang Palace Master is unwilling to let go of this piece of meat. But to Luo Feng, Xuntian Palace is not a tool for exploitation. He had no intention of squeezing tens of thousands of practitioners dry like they had. I just took this position today. There are urgent matters to handle, including screening thousands of detained practitioners. I will visit Weiyang Palace Master once I'm done. Luo Feng. Wanying Pavilion Master's figure flickered, suddenly blocking Luo Feng's path. Are you really making Weiyang Palace Master wait for you? Move aside. Luo Feng's gaze turned icy. This is Xuntian Palace. Do you intend to challenge the authority of its commander? The patrolling teams were momentarily stunned, but regardless of their thoughts, they instinctively stood behind their new commander. Wanying Pavilion Master smiled faintly. Very well. I will relay your words to Weiyang Palace Master. With that, his phantom figure dissolved into nothingness. Luo Feng sneered and proceeded toward Xuntian Palace's grand entrance. The guards at the gates had long been waiting. As he approached, they all bowed respectfully. Commander. Blank. End of chapter. Subscribe. MTL World at Middle World 1 YouTube channel.